This Val-Con video is powered by GTX server hosting, the best way to run your Valheim server.
Now come along and join us at Val-Con.
Hello everyone, this is Dave Brosek and welcome to my stream. Today we are playing Valheim. Sorry about that. We're playing Valheim, the outstanding survival and crafting game from Iron Gate. So, today we are back in Vanillaheim. This is my server for the Val-Con 2026 Hype Week. And we're in the next session here to take our character on the next part of his journey. Before we get started, I wanted to say that there's only 2 more days until the start of Val-Con 2026. The opening stream is going to begin this Friday, April 17th, 2026 at 1900 UTC. And I invite you all to come and join and view that live stream. And there'll be lots of other activities going on, other servers that you can access. So please go to valcon.org. That's val, VAL-CON.org. And you can find links there to get on the Discord and check out our merch, which really helps us help fund all this activity. And please join us. It's going to be a great time. I will be streaming that day, starting again at about the same time, and leading directly into that first stream of the Val-Con convention. So please join us. Thank you. Okay. In the offline period, I had some technical challenges that forced me to miss a day of streaming yesterday. But in the interim, I've gone and done a little bit of work around here. You can maybe see some of the effects of that. So let's see where to start. How about with the couch? That's what I call this thing because it looks a bit like a couch. Let me show you how I made this. It's kind of a common little trick. So what you want is 2 pieces of core wood and some quantity of regular wood. And you start by placing down, let's see here, see a little better there. You start by placing down the sitting log. Now you can see the sitting log has a front and a back. This is the front with the curved little cutouts going down, and this is the back where the curved little cutouts end. So I'm going to turn this so it's facing me just like this and place it down. Now we switch over to the regular build menu, and I'm looking for this piece, which is that small quarter-size wall piece. I'm going to turn it so that cross support is inward. And now what I want to do, this takes a little bit of fiddling around. I'm going to kind of aim it more or less a little bit behind. See how that little split in the middle is aimed right down the center of the log? I'm going to bring it back just a little bit to about there, and then push it in as far as it will go, and that it stops. So I build that. Okay, now this is kind of the hard part. Hang on a minute. Yeah. Now we turn it around. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. If you have to, you can use the shift key to kind of get it to custom place, because what it's trying to do now is snap into the floor. The other side wasn't on the floor seam, so it didn't do that. But I'm going to hold down the custom placement key. Let me get into position here. Here we go. And what I'm trying to do is line up. So again, there's the center of the log with that split in the wood, and I go a little bit back from there, right about there, and then push it in and build. Now hopefully I've lined these 2 up. Let's see. Nah, not really. Let's try that one more time. I'm trying to get them at exactly the same distance. I could build the back pieces, but for reasons you'll see in a minute, I kind of have to do a little bit more eyeballing here because that looks pretty close. Okay, so the reason I couldn't just build the back pieces is because I'm not an even number of them away. So now I come over here, and this will snap into that side piece, and this will snap into that side piece. Now the middle one isn't going to snap anywhere, so I hold down the shift key and I kind of build it. Yeah, I didn't get the two sides lined up very well. You can mess around with it till you get it right. But anyway, I'll just kind of place that part way in between. There you go. I've got a couch, and you can actually sit on it. Choose a sitting log, and there you are, sitting on the couch. And you can do some other fun things. Let me show you another one I do pretty often. Get a little fine wood, and you can make, under furniture, this little stool. And that's meant to be a stool, but, you know, it's a side table. And you can put a little item stand on it and put some food or drink on that and start to really decorate your place. I don't consider myself to be a master decorator at all. I'm kind of more workmanlike than artistic, but, you know, some basic things like that, anybody can do that. All right. So I have my couch. See, what else has happened here? So this gather portal was kind of sitting at an angle across here and crammed in there. What I did was I rearranged this storage and actually added more chests to it and made 2 layers. And that made room for the gather portal to snuggle into this place. And in fact, there's just room, and I know this because I've tested it out. There's just, yeah, the neighbors are being noisy, I know. There's just room to sneak in a second portal here. You see how that turns into the proper color? So if I wanted to build one, I could. And now I should probably go and see what the ruckus is all about. Probably attacking our fence or something. Mr. Skeleton? Where'd he go? Huh. I'm pretty sure he wasn't a nighttime spawn, but... well, maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, pick up this mess. Ah, it was a shaman. Let's get rid of that, get rid of that. Okay. There he is. Out chasing necks. Well, I approve of that, but been noisy, pal. So, okay. Come on. Come on. You ran all the way up here, yelling and screaming. All right. At some point I may want to check the repair on the fence, but it's probably fine for the moment. Okay, so I rearranged this storage to make a little more room. So the first 2 we have health foods and stamina foods. Then here we have nothing yet. Those will probably be for like meads, the potions. This is arrows. Here I have piercing arrows and status arrows. This is currently unused, and this is gear and weapons. Okay. So a little bit more organization. This is all the same. Okay, let's take a look what's going on out here. So I did something here to get more wood piled in here. I piled the wood piles on top of each other. Now that's not particularly easy to do. Let me break this one down and I'll show you what I mean. If you go to the wood pile and just kind of turn it and try to stick it up there, it won't go. It just simply won't build. But if you aim at a wall behind it and then carefully rearrange it, now, because I'm pointing at the wall, I can snuggle that in there. And I could probably even get a third one in there if I wanted to. I don't have the wood for it, but yeah, I could probably sneak another one in there. And that's a great way to get more wood piled up in a small space. All of our ore has been processed. Our supply of coal is substantial, so that's all good. And look at this. I've been turning over the crops in our little farm field here, and you can see I've really got it built up to a large level. I even took this ladder and turned it a bit to make it less in the way. And so we're now reached a point where we have enough carrots that we can harvest them and use them for food and still have more seeds to plant the next batch. You can see I already have 130 carrot seeds as yet unplanted over there. So we now have a fairly substantial supply of carrots that can be sustained indefinitely by just continually replanting them and replanting at least a portion of the crop to grow seeds. The usual rule is that your seed proportion, which is these plants produce 3 seeds for each plant. So if you plant 1/3 of your carrot crop each time to make more seeds, you will maintain your number of carrot seeds in perpetuity, forever. All right, let's put this stuff away. Nope. Nope, you go there. Nope, you go there. Okay. All right, fix your gear. So, let's step out here and harvest the crops, and then we'll see about cooking some new foods. We are going to face a challenge with blueberries, but we'll deal with that in a minute. Oh, and that reminds me, something else I wanted to point out. Some of you may have already noticed. You can press the key, the action key to harvest one. You don't have to press it each time. What you can do is hold it down and then carefully move so that the reticule is passing over each of the plants, and you just continuously pick them up. Just like that. You hear those little high-pitched dinging sounds. That's an indication that I'm getting an extra carrot out of those because of a higher level of farming skill. What is my farming skill? 19. I wouldn't exactly call that a higher level, but there you go. Look at that. We have over 100 carrots now, and we got 62 seeds. I'm going to push the seeds back in the box. We'll get back to those in just a minute. And I'm going to pick a spot for the carrots. So I've got some vegetables there, fruits there. This is where we're going to put the carrots. This will be like crop vegetables here and other stuff there. So we have basically 100 carrots. Now, remember, we want to save some of these to be seeds, although we already do have almost 200 seeds out there. So I think we can be kind of generous with this crop. So let's see again what foods we can make. Not boar jerky. We're going to skip over that one for the moment. Carrot soup. That requires mushrooms and carrots. We have lots of those, so we can definitely make some carrot soup. And that'll really be welcome. Stamina 45, and it lasts for 25 minutes, compared to our current food, which is stamina 35 and lasts for only 15 minutes. This is a big improvement. And more health besides. Deer stew, excellent stuff. Health 45, stamina 15, lasts for 25 minutes, and 3 per tick. That's big. That means we're going to have much more rapid health recovery, and that compares to our cooked deer meat, which is much lower in every measurement. Okay. The problem here is this one needs blueberries, and we'll look into the blueberry situation in just a minute. Then we have minced meat sauce. That takes a carrot and an uncooked boar meat. So we've been saving some of that. And this one is also a health food, and we'll compare it to our cooked boar meat here. And you can see once again, it's a big step forward in every area, including that 3 health points per tick. That's nice. There's Queen's Jam, which is quite expensive in terms of blueberries, although I should point out that this amount of ingredients makes 4 Queen's Jam, not just 1. So in effect, you're getting, what is that, like 1.5 blueberries per Queen's Jam? Yeah. So that's not terrible, but it still uses up blueberries in a ferocious hurry. It's a stamina 40 because it's a stamina food. Carrot soup is better, lasts longer. Yeah, in every way, carrot soup is better, and it doesn't use blueberries. So we're definitely going to prefer that. So we have 100 carrots, and it's a question of we want to make really all these foods, carrot soup, deer stew, and mincemeat sauce. How can we best allocate the carrots to all those different foods? So this takes 1 carrot, this takes 1, this takes 3. So we have a ratio of 3 to 1 to 1. That makes a total of 5, right? So if we divide 100 by 5, we get 20, which means we should be able to make 20 of each of these foods with the 100 carrots that we currently have available. And yes, I know we actually have like 107 or something, but we're going to always save a little bit of reserve behind just in case something terrible happens and we manage to lose all of our seeds. So yeah, we're going to try and make 20 of each of these. These foods, hang on just a moment, please. A little something I got to do. Okay, sorry about that. So we're going to try to make 20 of each of our foods. These stack in 10 per stack, so that's going to be 2 stacks of each, which will last us a pretty good long while. So let's see if we've got enough ingredients for all of this. We're going to make 20 so we're going to need 20 mushrooms. Let's check on that. Nope. Oh, we got loads of mushrooms. Okay. We're going to need 20 blueberries. That one's probably going to be a problem. Yeah, we got 18. Okay, we might need to search out some more blueberries. In fact, we definitely do. And we're going to make 20 mincemeat sauce, so we need 20 necktails and 20 boar meat. All right, let's see how we're doing there. The boar meat we have, the necktails we have. Okay, so the only thing we're a little short on are some blueberries. Let's take a quick look. Oh, those death markers. Okay. We did find some blueberries over here the other day, and we've got our original source there. We really need to find some more. Let's maybe take a hop over here and see if we can gather those blueberries again. Get my weapons on. Oh, it'd be nice if I ate some of my current food while I'm headed over that way. And by the way, you know, I've got the cooked deer meat there, and I've got some over here. We're going to have plenty of cooked deer meat to make that stew. Okay. We just basically need to head down the coast here. And speaking of boars, to make food, hello. Would you like to join my dinner party? Yes, I thought you would. I hear it's going to be a great dinner for next, too. Thank you. I am almost automatically wanting to pick those raspberries, but we actually don't need those. We got a large supply. So, watching for bears, like that one that's roaring over there. Okay, we're not here for bears at the moment. There's the blueberry. Oh, there's a bear up there, all right. Okay, quickly. Ah, the blueberries aren't in yet. Shoot. Okay. No doubt they'll be popping in soon. I wonder, sometimes they don't activate until somebody comes near. I'll wait for a short period of time. They might be ready to reappear. Just kind of lurk around here, staying out of the range of that bear. We've reached a point where we're now able to... Oh, look, it worked. Look. Blueberries. We've now reached a point where we are actually able to take on a non-starred bear with just my claws. Oh, don't... Oh, he hit the bush, you bastard. Okay, you gotta die. You gotta die. Don't you touch my blueberries. Huh. He didn't break it, but... Okay. We were able to take on a bear with just our claws without using any fire arrows. It was a close thing. But each time you do it, their skill's going to improve, and hopefully we can also upgrade the claws. We'll talk about that in a minute. Come on, I'm issuing invitations to dinner, and you can join us. Thank you. So, yeah. Let's go get some more bears, but when we're ready for it. Preferably when we have the new foods. I don't really want those. Thank you. Because that can make a huge difference. You know, 10 extra points of health, 10 extra points of stamina. That adds up. That means a lot. Our fire there has been helping to suppress some excessive spawns. But not too much. We're still getting creatures in the area, and that's the way we want it. We don't want to just stop all the creatures from appearing because we're relying on them for supplies. But in that ruin, that would have been mostly gray dwarves, and I don't think we need any more of those. Okay. Alrighty. Meat. There you go. 22. Just what we needed. Alright. Okay, why don't we start with carrot soup. So we're going to need 60 carrots. It's by far the bulk of what we're going to use. 60 carrots and 20 mushrooms. Now if we get lucky, we'll get some extras as we cook, the same way we get extras when... what am I doing? Need that whole stack and 10 of these. We'll get extra results like we do with farming, where we get an extra one. And that happens when you cook, too. So that's always a bonus, because you're getting food without spending the ingredients. Okay, so we start cooking carrot soup. And we'll stop after the first one, because it'll tell us, hey, new item, carrot soup. So I'm going to put that in what I think of as the stamina slot, the top slot of my food, and continue going. Now, there is a way to speed this process up. If you hold down the shift key when you craft, you see it switches to craft times 5, and it's going to do 5 of them all at once. Takes a little longer, but then you get 5 all at once, and so that's kind of nice, and it's a great way to speed the process up. Okay. Finally. Oh, look, we got 1 extra. That's great. So now here we have these items, 11 that were over what we're carrying here, and we're going to put those into our stamina food location. I'll leave that honey there. This other honey I'm going to put back into there, and it now just becomes an ingredient for other foods, and particularly for meads. One of the base ingredients of all meads is honey, because that's how you make mead. All right. Next item on the list, the deer stew. So we need 20 each of cooked deer meat, blueberries, and carrots. Well, we've got a bunch of cooked deer meat in our inventory. Let's get a couple more here. There's 20 of that, and I'll move it out here. And then I need 20 carrots. And, painful to take them all at once. 20 blueberries. Wow, we definitely got to find a better supply of blueberries. Okay. And once again, we can use the cook 5 at once trick. Okay, new food item, and I'm going to put it into the first health slot as I think of it. And by the way, these aren't real slots. This is just my own way of thinking about it. You know, you put the foods where you're going to put them, and you call them what you're going to call them, but I have my own mental structure that I use for that. And there we go. So this we're going to put into the health foods area. I'm going to move this around just a little bit. I usually like to have... Actually, I'm going to move that over there. I usually like to have the main things sort of on the left-hand side of the chest. They just seem like they're easier to grab from there. And in fact, since I now consider the cooked deer meat to be an ingredient rather than an edible food, I'm going to take it out of this chest and move it back over here to the meats, like so. And yes, you can always pre-cook deer meat, because every recipe that uses it wants it to be pre-cooked. So I will take care of that at some point. Okay. On the other hand, the cooked boar meat has no further purpose other than being eaten, so I'm just going to leave it here in this chest as backup health food. All right, and now we do the mincemeat sauce. So 20 boar meat, 20 necktail, and 20 more carrots. There's the meat. There's the other meat. And... oh, no, I don't want to split it. There we go. Last group of carrots. And here we go. Mincemeat sauce. Now, the point at which you transition from eating one food to another is always a tricky spot. It took us some time to build up to having a steady supply of those prior foods, as you might recall. And now we're embarking on a new food, and so far we haven't really got a huge steady supply of this going in. We have to do quite a bit of work to get carrots. We have to do quite a bit of work to get blueberries. So you kind of have to start thinking about your food production. Here is my personal philosophy on this. You should always try to eat the best foods you can. There's maybe some thinking that, oh, well, I'm just doing ordinary tasks around the house, and so I'll just eat secondary foods and it's good enough. Yeah, but you never know when you're going to get suddenly hit by a raid or a big creature's going to pop up. That can happen very unexpectedly. And if you're wandering around with inadequate foods, then you're going to be weakened at the very crucial moment when you start the battle with them. And it takes some time to swap out foods, and you may not have that much time when this attack appears. So you should, have those spare foods around. They're very good for cases like corpse runs where you just need to eat something quickly and you're already in a desperate circumstance. But for regular eating, you should commit yourself to setting up your infrastructure and your efforts around producing the best foods all the time and always eat them. And if you focus on just one set of 3 to 4 foods, that production will ramp up pretty quickly, and you'll find that you have plenty of it around. If you divide your attention, if you constantly make lesser foods so that you can have them around when they're really not as good as the newer foods, then you will not have a good supply of the newer foods, and it will feel like, oh yes, I have to rely on these lesser foods because I just aren't making enough. So focus on the best foods you possibly can, and they will be there for you. You can see my supply here is a little thin. I have 1 stack, essentially, of each of them available, plus the stacks I'm carrying. Now these last longer. They have a longer durability, so this represents more food than it seems, but keep in mind that the foods I was eating before, they stacked as 20s, and these now stack as 10s. So you've got to get that production up. Now, as far as the carrots go, that's just a matter of keeping my crops turned over and plants in the ground, so I have a constant influx of carrots. It's actually pretty easy to produce enough so that you're just overflowing with them. In fact, they have chests full. For the meats, that's a matter of just getting out there and regularly hunting. The blueberries, they're a particular challenge because they're hard to find, and in my particular specific case here, I'm in a spot that just doesn't have a great supply. I'm going to have to work pretty hard at this. As you can see, raspberries have never been a problem, and if I had a recipe for a deer stew that uses raspberries, I wouldn't worry about this at all. And honey hasn't been a problem. I have my own honey production, and I'm actually have more than I need here. In fact, let's move honey over to here. The reasoning behind that is that this is going to have thistle in it, and these over here we need in extremely small quantities. Thistle we'll need plenty of. I think I'm hearing a troll. Hang on a moment. Okay, that's a gray dwarf shaman specifically. Is that what I heard? Might have been. Okay. Anyway, so these I need in tiny quantities. I need plenty of thistle, and the honey we want to have a substantial supply because it supports our mead production. Believe me, this will start to go much faster when we start making meads, which we have to get ready for. Where am I going to put the fermenter? Okay. In fact, since I'm just thinking of it, let's go harvest some honey. And yeah, these 3 hives can easily supply everything I'll ever need for just one person. Obviously, if you have a larger group, more people, you want a larger number of hives. Okay. Great. Well, looks like my foods are running out, so here we go. The big adventure. Deer stew. Mincemeat sauce. Carrot soup. Let's see how we look after this. Yeah. Okay, looks like we're going to have 125 health and 123 stamina. Not bad. Not bad at all. Let me take care of this this guy out here. Just so irritating. Remember, it used to take 3 or 4 hits to knock those guys down? Our strength grows. Oh, look, more beef berries. Let's get rid of that crap. Hello. Okay. Let's see, what next? Well, I was just talking about needing to keep the carrots going. Oh, no, that was a troll for sure. Okay. Big danger. We don't want the troll to come up on our base. So let's get out here. Now, our claws are doing great, but it's still not the best weapon for taking down a troll. Because the claws do slash damage. Now, trolls take slash damage, but they're weaker to pierce, so that's an advantage. Plus, I don't want to get close to them. Come on. Got bigger fish to fry. So where's the troll? That was a boar that I heard. Okay. Sounded like it was over this way. Now you might wonder... Oh, ho, ho, there you are. Did I get you? I can't tell if I got the big hit on him. Doesn't really look like it. He's a standard troll, not as bad as the log troll. And I've got additional stamina now if I manage it right. And I'm going to dodge around the tree. No, I don't need to. Okay. Hit the head if I can. Did you see that? 83 points of damage. I think basic trolls have somewhere like 600 health points. Oh, does not work if you miss them. That was a bad shot. Okay. Hey! That was me fumbling my keyboard. Okay. Dodge around trees. Oh, he's walking off. He is no dummy. Yeah. Forest was moving. Perfect. Now we got problems. Now we got problems. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Can't handle either one of these things alone, but the troll is too dangerous to grapple with, and these guys will do terrible things to me, like poison and so forth. Just got to get that troll down. Unfortunately, what will happen is these gray dwarves will walk in front of the bow when I'm trying to take a shot, and they'll block it like that. I'm aiming high to try and hit the troll. Oh boy. And then they poison me. I have a lot of hit points now, but poison will wear that away. And they'll heal the damn troll. Oh god. Get that troll down. He's hurt. Really wish I had a stamina potion right now. Come on. Oh, troll's almost down. Okay. Now, you might say, well, kill the shaman. The problem is, as long as the raid is live, a new one will show up. So, you know, let me just try something here. That did not work. Those other guys blocked me. I couldn't... Oh, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Oh, well, maybe not. I was trying to just finish off the troll with a good slash, but the other guys were getting in my way, and I didn't actually hit the troll. What they're good at. Oh, now, you gonna leave? After all the trouble I went to try and kill you? Like hell. Okay. Okay, here we go. Here we go. There we go. Okay, and let's see, where's the shaman? Alright, gotta break the shaman out. Gotta get some more health. If he poisons me again, I could be in trouble. Shaman. Hello. Ha! Okay, now you don't have your healer. Now where's the brute? is my next big problem. Brutes of these raids have a tendency to just leave. Let's see. Brute is down. Okay. 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 Whew. Oh, God. Good morning. Need to put out another pile of stones out there. Whew. Yep, I'll pick that up. I'll put this here. I'll take this outside. Place it down. Like that. Got some more money. Good that I'm building up some money here. There's a particular thing I need to buy. Let's see how much we've got. 422 there. That's worth 100. That's worth 100. So that's 622. 647. 667. And 987 by my rough mental arithmetic, which I'm not real good at, so could have gotten it wrong, but that should be enough for the thing I need to buy. And in fact, maybe we should do that, because that would help us real soon now. But all this time we've been on the stream and I haven't really pointed out one of the coolest things. I now have my complete set of bear armor. Check it out. The chest piece is nothing but a necklace and a lot of body paint, and somehow that gives me 9 armor. Right. Then I got the loincloth, the headpiece, and of course, you got to put on the claws. Ah, yes. Now I am a bear. I've got the headpiece and the claws up to quality 3. I'd sure like to upgrade the other pieces. Let's see what we've got in terms of resources. Well, 2 blueberries. We've got 3 hide and 5 claws. So, upgrade. I have enough blueberries, amazingly enough. I don't have enough hide. I need 1 more. And same thing here. I need 1 more hide. Now, if I want to do them both, I need a total of 8 hide and 4 blueberries. Okay. Well. Definitely got to fight some more bears. Okay. Now, before we were interrupted, we're going to look at our crops here. Let's get this out, and we'll get out 100 seeds. Once you've got a large quantity going, always try to have reserves of everything. Some reserve seeds, reserve carrots, or whatever crop you're planting. Because that allows you to recover from... No, I don't want that. From problems, loss of crops, whatever. So the way I typically do this is I line myself up with... I'm going to make a row along this way. I'm looking down at the ground, and I turn off the automatic jog or automatic run. So I'm going to be going at walking speed. And I just start planting them in a steady pace like this. Trying to keep it all in a line. Not too close to the fence and not too close to obstacles like the bench. When I position for the next row, I can go a little closer here. Turn around. And again, not too close to the previous row, but not too far away either. So about that far. It's not exact, but you kind of get a feel for it after a while. And I don't like to go like right out to the edge. I want to make sure everything stays in this cultivated ground. You can always plant more passes. You don't have to cram everything in. So, but just keep it this walking pace, and it works really well. Oops. Okay. That's fine. I know some people, sometimes even myself, like to get all their rows exactly and perfectly straight. But you don't. As long as everything stays a certain distance away from everything else and the plant doesn't die, which can happen, you're fine. How many more seeds? Just 6. I'm doing this one sideways because I couldn't walk through that ladder, so it would be... oh, that's it. Okay. Oh, not that. Oh, all right. And I like to keep my, my tool repaired. Then put it back in the box. And in the next pass... we will definitely plant some of these carrots as seed carrots to replenish our seed supplies. So, just keep that up time after time, and you will have carrots running out of your ears. Arrows. Okay. Foods looking good. All right, so back to the other thing I was talking about. Let's gather up all of our treasures here, and we're going to go on a little journey. But this is going to be a fast journey because we now have portals. Yeah, I hear you out there. We now have portals to go through, so I'm going to step through. You know what? I'm going to push this. I'm going to not immediately eat when these start flashing. It will diminish my maximum health. You see it's already down to 103. But it also extends the time that this food is active. And the activity I'm doing right now is low risk. And that is really the better way to extend your food when you're not doing something risky. Don't eat lesser foods, but instead allow your standard foods to go deeper into their effective time before re-eating. That's really the way to do it. So let's step through to the portal hub. Okay, it's a nice day. There's our, oh, hasn't popped in yet. We'll wait a minute, let this pop in so you can see it. There's our decorated portal with the Yggdrasil trophy. Still one of my favorites. We'll run down here. And what we're looking for is one of the traders. That's traders with a D, not traitor with a T. The traders will exchange goods or treasure for other goods that you can't otherwise get. And the one we're looking for right now is called Haldor. Now, the way this works is there are 3 of these traders. This bag here represents Haldor. The little shirt represents Hildir, sister of Haldor. Both of them are Diverger, a type of dwarf creature, who we'll meet in far greater numbers when we travel to one of the later biomes. And finally, this basket here represents the bog witch, who is not a dverger. We're not really sure what the bog witch is. She's an interesting creature. Anyway, we're going to go to Haldor. Now, he generally appears not too far away from spawn, although that can vary quite a bit. And spawn is, of course, the center point where you first arrive. And he's always in the Black Forest. And generally, once you travel within a certain distance of his location, he will simply appear on the map as this symbol. You'll get no other indication, so keep an eye on your map. There's actually multiple locations where these traders can appear on the map, but whichever one you happen to pass by first, they appear there, and then all the other locations become inactive. So, we already have a portal to Haldor, and we're going to go visit him. The same basic thing happens with the others, by the way. When you get close enough to them, they simply appear. So, let's step through. Let's say hi to Haldor. He's a funny little guy, and he has a pet. There he is. Okay, you kind of see how there's a bubble around his space. This is a shield. The various creatures of the Black Forest will not detect you through... Ooh, look what I see. Blueberries. Any more? The various creatures of the Black Forest will not see you through this shield, and they can't enter. You also can't build inside there, which is why the portal's up this little hill over here. Yeah, so once you step through that shield, you're in kind of a protected place. This is his portal stone. And look at this big furry guy he's got as his pet. Halstein. That... that is a Lox. We'll meet a lot more of them when we go to the Plains biome. And here is Haldor. I've met your kind before. Have you? Let's talk. And he has a number of interesting things for sale. A Yule hat. Oh, that's nice and festive. A Diverger circlet. Oh, I want one of those. What that does is it's a headband that gives off light in the darkness, but that's not what we're here for today. A Megingjord. This is a belt that increases your max carry weight. That's what we want today, but at the moment we don't have enough money for it. A fishing rod to catch fish. Interesting, but I'm not going to be fishing right now. Bait for fishing. And barrel hoops. Barrel hoops are fun. They let you make an alternative type of storage, a barrel, which looks really good. It looks basically like one of these barrels over here. Slightly different, but same idea. And it has 12 storage slots, a bit more than the basic wooden chest. But you need to have these hoops in order to make them. Okay, this little button down here to the right is the sell button. And he will take any of the treasures that aren't coins and give you coins for them. So let's sell all of our stuff. And there we go. Now we have 987 coins. And look at that. We have just enough to get our Megingjord. Bye. Yay. Okay. So now we have our Megingjord. And when we equip that, watch our weight capacity here. Right now it's 96 of 300. Oops. Equip it. And there, 96 of 450. What a difference. Now we can actually pick up some decent quantities of stuff. In fact, from here on out, our number of slots is going to be a bit more of a problem than our carry weight. So, yeah, that's a big jump. Our next purchase was probably the Diverger circlet. Yeah, a little trouble talking today. And that one is 620. It's a little cheaper. So we'll continue to gather treasures from burial chambers and trolls and any other places we can get them and build up to that. And maybe like to get some barrel hoops at some point. I really like the barrels, but they're not too bad. Basically 100 gold for every 3 barrels you want to build. So we'll have to look at that. Okay. Thank you, Haldor. Let's go back. Actually, what I want to do is step up here. Hello. You know, that doesn't need to be there, and it's right in the way. I'm going to step... You know, since I've now got a little bit of wood, I'm going to do something here. Let's see if I can do this. Turn that. Something I frequently do with my portals. Now, this is going to be tricky on this slope of the hill. Come on. Don't be like that. Oh, for heaven's sake. There we go. Okay. Okay, there we go. This will just make it a little easier. So if you're running up the hill, you can just sort of... Actually, let's see if you even need to jump. A little bit. Okay, but it'll be a little easier to get in and out of there. And since I'm standing here, I'll do some repairs on it. Just making sure that everything's holding up. Okay. Haldor. Here we go. So let's head back to our home. Lots of spaces for portals here. Want to come and join us on the server? You can take one of these spaces and build a portal to your home base. Wouldn't that be fun? Okay, we actually managed to pick up a blueberry and the remains of our coins. Yep, got wiped out on the coins, but that's okay. They're really only useful for buying things from those trader characters, so we got good use of our coins. All right, so now you see I'm down to 3 minutes, so now I will eat some more food, and as I like to do, replenish my supply. Now, we've talked about it many times, but I think what I'd like to do next is cross over here to this part of the Black Forest and see if I can locate some blueberries there, and certainly open up my gather portal on that side so I can quickly pop back and forth across there without having to get in the boat and travel there. We'll still have the boat because there's probably also going to be copper over here. Let's see, we could also go up to this island here. I think that's probably Black Forest, and I'd like to get a look at what that's like. So let's get our boat, get our portal, and I'm going to keep those two sections of pine wood apart from each other. Okay, now how are we doing on weight? Well, it's a lot better now with the new belt, so we can easily carry all that and still have weight capacity if we don't have a lot of slots, but we have room to pick up some other things, so that's cool. So where are we going to go? We're going to go down to the water, get a boat in, and go out there. At some point, we're probably going to want to think about setting up a more permanent dock location, just to make it a little easier to get the boat in the water rather than having to just wander down to a shore. The only thing is that any structure we have down here would have to be defended against creatures, so I have to think about that. Yeah, busy place out there, fish jumping, the middle of the night. Let's see who's still on the server. Maybe ask them if we could sleep, but you know what I could potentially do is put some boxes inside this little burial chamber here, and maybe a workbench inside there too. You know what? Let's think about this a second. Let me grab some wood. I just happen to have some big wood piles over here. Can I pick that up? I can. Look at all the stuff I can carry. Come on. I'm going to go down here. You come when you're ready. Okay. Fine. Okay, let's start with workbench. Just stick it out here somewhere. Come on. Come. There we go. Then we'll break that thing. Now what I want to do is stick a workbench inside here somewhere. Let's see. Where will it let me put a workbench? Right there. Cool. Really? Come on. Okay, and then I'm going to put at least a couple of chests down in here just to store stuff. Bink and bink. And then, let's see, maybe like a wall? See if this works. What I kind of want to do is block off this entrance. Hang on a minute. Always interruptions. Know what I need? Yeah. Okay. Can't see what I'm doing is part of the problem. So let's put that there. That's better. All right. Yeah, see, it's not sitting on the ground. I want it to sit. Okay, that's too low. Let's try using the shift key. No, I have to aim at the ground. But if I aim at the ground, let's see. I break that. Now there, see now that's kind of sitting on the ground. Is it? I can't tell. Here, let me build it. That's probably good enough. Now let's see if I can put that chest back. They can be kind of picky about where they'll go. Yeah, I'm trying to clip things together, and sometimes it's a little bit fussy about that. Let's try moving the bench a bit. Hey, crafting. See, it should be able to sit like right there, but it doesn't want to. Until I get it there. Can I turn it a bit? Ooh, that. Oh, that might work. Come on. No, you acted like you were gonna go. Come on. Well, make up your mind. It would blink in for just a second. Okay. Let's get the other chest. Push it over as far as I can there. And then we'll get the wall. I can get one wall in the right spot. Let's try smaller pieces. That might work. That might work. Because then I can build them onto each other. Yes, like so. Something like that. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for. All right. So now that kind of is blocking off access to the interior and the workbench. So the workbench can't get broken, or at least not as easily. And then there's that. And I have a couple of chests, which would be a great place to store a boat. For the moment, what I will actually store in there is Excess stuff I don't need. Huh. Used up one of the... Look what I found here. Okay. Great. I only need 20 of those. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. I need 10 of those. Get rid of that. I only need 10 of those. So 30, 10, 20, 80, 20, 10, 2. Good. Storm has stopped. How convenient. So let's, I can't repair that, but it's not bad. Let's build the boat. Once again, I look to see where the ore is, so I know which front and which back, but I'll aim it out this way. Yeah, it hits the ground, so I repair it. And now, see, I can just leave that behind. Just like that. I have a crude little dock. You want to call it that? And that workbench back there will also prevent the skeletons from spawning here. Which, you know, I have mixed feelings about. The skeletons have actually helped protect the area sometimes, but, well, whatever. Here we go. Grab the ore. Let's sail. We have the wind against us, so we're just going to row it out. Now, where's this land we're heading toward? That looks like it right there. Let's get over there. Tiny little place. I claim this new land in the name of Vanillaheim. Thank you. Oh, there's tin here. I'll take that. Kind of hoping there might be blueberries out here, too. There's a lot of tin out here. There's a bear out here. Wow. Okay. Not the greatest place to fight a bear with all this water. But bear's a bear. Where's our boat? Where the heck is our boat? Am I lost? No, over there. Remarkably easy to lose boats when you move inland. I usually mark my landing spot with a campfire. Can't tell you why, I just do. Now, if I can access the storage, put all that away. Okay. Let's go say hi to this bear. Ooh. For this, I will eat some food. Gonna be tricky. Not much room to run around. Hopefully he isn't a one-star bear. If so, this could be a very short fight. Can I sneak up on him? Oh, nope. Gotta keep him under attack as long as you can. Do you see that? How quickly I had him down to by like a third? Yeah. That's what's possible. He'll be slowed down by the water just as much as I am. So, possible I can take advantage of that. Dodge him. Get in and hit. Don't bite me. Bites are bad. So, dodging. Watch the stamina. Keep going, but leaves enough stamina to escape. Okay. To chase me over here. Watch the stamina. Get out of the way, dear. Collect that later. Huh? I got him. Look at that. Yeah. Way easier than standing on a rock with a bunch of fire arrows. Excellent. Okay, I killed a deer over here, didn't I? Yeah. Okay. Sweet. There's more tin this way. Let's go get that. However, no blueberries. Oh well. Definitely should call this place Tin Island. Or at least it was Tin Island before I took all the tin away. Oh, and yet more. How am I doing? I'm okay. You notice how you can put a change direction in the air as you're jumping? That's handy. Okay. It's another whole stack of... Is that tin? No. Another whole stack of tin. And this sort of kind of wanders over here and rides another pathway back to land. But we have to go to our boat. I don't feel rested anymore. Wonder why. Mining tin, fighting bears, boat journeys, Valheim. Yes. I'll carry that if you carry that. Ah, it's a pretty good haul. 2 whole stacks of tin. Yeah, that'll last a long time. In fact, we should probably head back and unload that so that we have the storage capacity available for other materials. Now, it is possible to sail backwards. You press the down arrow and you just start moving backwards. Let's see. Wait, how am I going here? Well, pretty much just go straight backwards, I guess. More or less. Well, that's right. I'm going by the... Now, the tricky thing when you're going backwards is if you have to steer, which I'm doing wrong, you have to steer in the opposite direction because, well, everything's reversed. Yeah. That looks pretty good. It really looks funny with my head down like that. All I'm seeing is the bear head. Oops. Okay. I did that on purpose. I wanted to see if I could make the... there it is. Okay, we can't take all that in, but what we can do... You know what? Let's just run up the hill with this stuff. Then we'll have to make a few trips to get all the metal up here. Tempting to leave the door open while you go back and forth. Usually not a great idea. Okay. We'll have an excess Grey Dwarf eye, an excess piece of wood, repair the gear, and let's go get the metal. I could probably make it up this hill overloaded. I'm not going to try. I can take one. I can take that. That's pretty good. Get that going. Sounded like a bear again. One more bear, I could upgrade some gear. There. There it is. Alrighty. Hello, Mr. Bear. I can sneak up on him. I can get that sneak attack and get a lot of damage. Come on. It's that kick attack. That didn't work well at all. Well, that was really disappointing. You just used the claws. Oh, there's the problem. I wasn't equipped with my claws. Well, now I feel dumb. See, if you keep up constant attacks on him as long as you can, he seems to be unable to use one of his powerful attacks when he's doing that. It's almost as if he's busy blocking... Oh, that hurt. It's almost as if he's busy blocking you. And it kind of sort of not paralyzes him exactly. Oh, that, he hit me that time. But it really sort of holds him back, and I can keep attacking. It's all, of course, dependent on maintaining stamina, which isn't always easy to do. So that went really well. Okay. Yeah, we have enough for some upgrades there. A lot of bear meat, too. Well, let's not waste time on that. Let's get that stuff updated. I'm going to grab the blueberries, but I think... So we can do patterns or loincloth. What do I need to do? Paws of the bear. Oh, hang on a minute. Let me get that. So, I'd really like to get the... I need a level 5 workbench. Bummer. I really want to get the paws updated because that would give me even more damage. But I need the next level of workbench. And for that, I need some materials we don't yet have. Yeah, we'll have to work on that. Okay, so patterns or loincloth. We don't quite have enough blueberries to do both. But we have plenty of hide. Yeah, let's just pick one. Doesn't really matter. And re-equip. Now our armor is up to 34. Yes! This will also require level 5 to go higher. I assume the loincloth will as well. How about some of these other things? Can I upgrade some of that? Let me put this away. Always good to upgrade your gear if you can. And I have one little blueberry. Okay, I'll need some of that, and I think deer hide, something like that. Let's see, upgrade the fine wood bow, yes. And that is now at max quality. Deer hide cape needs a level 5 bench. Hammer is done. O is done. Wood shield is done. That needs... Wait, why didn't I have enough to do this one? Oh, that needs blueberries. Yes. Oh, of all the things I've lost, I miss my mind the most. Uh-huh. No, that's not right. Yeah, that's right. And an extra piece of wood. Okay. Check it one more time. Level 5. Level 5. Level 5. Finished. Level 5. Finished. Blueberries. Finished. Super. Let's see if we can do any upgrades here. So that needs 4 bronze. I think we can manage that. That needs 5 bronze. I don't think we have enough for that. We have 1 bronze, and the 6 copper will make 3 more, so the max we can get there is 4. So let's do that. I need 3 of these guys. Okay. And we upgrade. We need a bit of leather scrap. Upgrade our axe. Very nice. The mace, yep. Lots of bronze, lots of bronze. And more bronze. We definitely need to find some comfort, some copper as well. Okay. I know it's the last one we have left, but just thought I'd cook up 1 more deer stew. Maybe get lucky and get 2. Probably not, but it might happen. Nope. And mince meat and carrot soup. And how far is our crop coming? Actually, some of them are getting pretty close, so we'll soon have a bunch more carrots. Okay. Our boat isn't there anymore. Let's head back out. I know night's coming on, but well, only 1 other person on the server. Let's see if we can get a sleep in. And look, I can spell. Nurse might be out adventuring, so might not be possible, but we'll ask. Yep, we need to get those carrots going, and we need blueberries post-haste. It's amazingly how short 25 minutes can be. We'll switch into sleep mode the moment the other person gets into bed. And put your claws on, for heaven's sake. You look silly without them. Thank you, nurse. Remember to always read the dreams. They're a great part of the lore of this game. Okay. Come on. Okay. Let's go get in our boat. Should still be there. If somebody starts attacking your boat, and they do, you will hear it. It's very loud. Sounds like somebody's dropping the boat on the top of your house or something. Okay. Ready to go? Yeah, let's go. We might actually have a bit of wind today. Especially since we're going to go in a slightly different direction. Let's see. Can we slip through here? Looks a little rocky. But this boat is small. Let's give it a whirl. Maybe give it just a little push. Get some speed on, and then we can back off. I'm going to try to slip between these two rocks and around to that other river. Trying to see if I can spot stones, either by their silhouette or by looking down into the water. Yep, like that one. Didn't see it. Looks like I can get through that opening. No. It's funny how those small streams like that bit over there, they don't really appear on the map. You can kind of infer them from the image, but not particularly. Oh, I'm going to hit something here. Watch it. And then you swing the back around real quick. Hope we don't get caught. Give it some sail. Oh, dear. Well, well, well. A little more sail might push it through. Might. Yeah. Okay, that worked. Whoop, 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 whoop. Watch your steering. Watch your steering. Oh, boy. Yes. I have a license to operate this boat. Yes, I do. Probably. Oh, my God. Oversteering. Slow down. Slow down. Okay. Okay. Looks like there's some tin over there, but we're actually pretty flush with tin for the moment. You know, we probably could have just swum across this. Let's just pull in. The advantage of actually bringing the boat, though, is having the boat. In case we need to bring something home, you know, like huge piles of blueberries or copper or something. So I will mark the spot. Boat. Okay. So let's look for a good spot to put a portal over here. Ideally, we'd like to maybe have it inside a building. In one of the stone ruins. Not that one. That's just a outlines or the outer walls of the bottom. I'm talking about one that's still standing, maybe even with a roof on it. But come on, come on, where are you? Well, I can see it in there. Why won't it let me pick it? It's weird. Sometimes it can be funny about that. See, the stone I can pick up. There's another way. There we go. I see blueberries. Just one, though. However, in my current straits, even one blueberry is worthy of a mark. Some people put a little number on that to indicate how many. That's a great idea. I always forget to do it. This is a copper deposit. So we'll mark that too. That's pretty handy. Okay. See, now that building's a little bit more like it. We could throw a roof on that thing. Mushrooms are useful. We are cooking with mushrooms at this time. Going on up there. That's a troll. It's a little hard to see, but straight ahead there's a troll up there, and he's got a log. Well, we're not after trolls, even if they do drop money. Okay, we'll wander down here and have a look at this other ruin. Still mostly looking for blueberries. Ah, there's another little one. Oh wait, there's a bit more. Two. It's actually three. They're kind of merged together. Okay. Hello, boys. You come from that ruin over there? Ah, here's a fun thing. This is a wrecked ship. They're usually in the Black Forest down by the water. Very occasionally even find a double wrecked ship. And when you break them, they drop a nice big chunk of fine wood. Oh, is that still a piece of the wrecked ship? I think it is. Okay. Ah, there it is. Now, the other thing is, usually somewhere around there, there's a chest with some treasure in it. Nice. Here, I don't want this stone. Honestly, I'm not here for resin, so... yeah. Cool. Quick and easy find wood. Sometimes you can find those really close to the meadows, too, and get some early find wood without the need for the metal axe. A stone axe will chop those wrecks up. I wonder why I'm jumping like this. One of the reasons is to increase my jump skill. But the other reason, it sort of gives me a nice view ahead, see what's on the ground and so forth, because it's sometimes a little hard to see. Okay. All right, let's see who, if anyone, is home. Uh-huh. Nobody. This might be a decent place to stick our portal. We'll have to throw a roof on the top of it to keep it dry. Maybe even put a campfire here. We can't build with stone, but we can build onto the stone. Yeah, I've seen worse. It's a good starting point. We'll throw this down here. And I'm just basically going to tear out all of this. Cover the wood from it. Okay. Uh-huh. And then Looks like we got a piece of wood up there. Let's see if I can get it. Got it. Okay. Right. Yeah, you can see if I try to fix that, it says, nope, wrong crafting station. It takes a something else. So, let's see, first of all, about some roofing. I'll just kind of pick here. This looks like a reasonable level. And I'll match that level on the other side. And I think put the ridge piece in between them. There. And make that all the way across. We'll probably have to go get some more wood here because I only got a little out of that stuff. We should think about a fire. Actually, let's leave that one out and do something different there in a minute. You see how if you get into a corner like this, just keep jumping, you sort of climb up the corner? Yeah, it's a very handy trick. So what I think I'm going to do here is put in a piece going the opposite way, and let's see how much of an opening that leaves. Yeah, that's probably fine for a fire. Don't have enough stone for a fire. Let's go get some more stone. It's dark. Grab some wood while we're out here. Ah, there's a stone. And... oh, I thought that was a stone. Come on, there's got to be one stone here somewhere. Yeah, I can break this. Okay. All right. Let us drop a campfire in the corner over there. Let us put a door. Let it face this way. Okay. And we can throw down a bed. Wait, no. First thing we want to do is the porthole. So. Portal. And then DR gather. Okay, and then we can put the bed over here. Like so. And then, oh, we don't have enough for the chests. Well, no, stop that. Here. Fill up the fire. Get some more wood. Yeah, I know, I could pop through the portal and grab all the wood I need. But I usually like to rely on local sources. Watch your stamina. Okay. Put some of the junky stuff here. Don't really need that. In fact, actually, let me just quickly toss up a torch. Okay. Leave that here to fuel the fire. Actually, let me go ahead and actually fuel the fire, and then I'll leave that here. The rest of it's all useful stuff. There we go. Okie dokie. No. Yep. Money. Okay. So now we should have enough to... Oops, nope, yep. Sorry. Upgrade our loincloth. And that gets us up to 36 armor. Nice. So all of these are now maxed up out until we can get that level 5 workbench. And frankly, by that point, we might be on some different armor. Great. And that also means we can now dedicate, here, let me put these away. We can now dedicate our blueberries entirely to making food. We have any carrots left? We have a few. Grab some of that. Grab some of that. Some of that. Okay. So, we have 2 blueberries, so we'll make 2 deer stew. We don't really have enough. Yeah, we'll make 1 carrot soup. Okay. And then we'll make 1 mincemeat sauce. Super. And we'll put the stuff away. Yep. Okay. How quickly that all runs out. We should cook this deer meat. Nope. Yep. I'm finding that this the Yggdrasil trophy is creating a hitbox down here that we keep kind of sort of running into. So when I come in here to mess with the fire, and I need to refuel that, it's a good idea to get very, very zoomed in. Okay. Of course, I could move the trophy, but it looks good there. I'm not going to do that. Oh, you know, it's been a little while since we had a look at comfort. Let's see if there's anything new we can make. Well, we've got a bearskin rug, but all rugs are equivalent. Hang on, please. Oh, I always do that. Okay. So all rugs are equivalent, so the bearskin rug won't give us any higher comfort than the deer rug. These lights don't do anything for us. The table, we don't yet have a better table, so we're good with that. This chair is still the best chair we've got. Bed is still the best bed. All banners are equivalent. They offer no advantage. Oh, cool. We got some extra meat. Any more? No, we're done. Okay. Fires. Interesting. We must have come in close contact with the hearth at some point. Yeah, the fact that we've got these buildables here tells me we did. Somebody else must have built a hearth, and we not a hearth, a stone cutter, and we walked by it. Anyway, there is a better fire from the campfire, and that's the hearth. It's a big stone fire pit sort of thing. We need the stone cutter for that. The stone cutter requires iron. We're not yet to the point where we can get iron. So that will have to wait. And therefore, the campfire we have now is as good as it's going to get from a comfort standpoint. So I think that's about it for comfort. Yeah. Yeah, there's improved versions of beds, chairs, and tables, and so forth coming down the road. We just haven't gotten to those points yet. Okay. Let's eat some food. And now, instead of taking the boat, we can just hop through the portal. So what I'm going to do is go over there and pick up the boat and bring it back here so that it's not exposed out there on the water, and continue the exploration on land. How are we doing here? Doing pretty good. All right, we'll get our boat, which is this way. I feel cold. It must be nighttime. Continue to keep our eyes open for blueberries. It's very noticeable how hard it is to keep track of the fact that I'm not got the claws equipped, because they fit like gloves. Okay, storage is empty. If you're going to jump in a boat, it's going to push the boat around a little bit and it might start moving, but if you use the ladder, that won't happen. So for this, I don't want the boat moving, so try to use the ladder. Okay, did I get all the bits? Resin, there. Yep, that's everything. Remove that. I did not mark our little place. I don't know where it is. Well, I think, is this it over here? Yes, this is it over here. Fire kind of gives it away. Was that like a drive-by? What was that? Okay. Yeah, it might be a good idea to mark this. So I'll use a symbol. Actually, I won't bother with the house so much as I'll mark the gather portal. Yeah, that'll do. Yep. Okay. Right. And I will put the boat here in this box with thistle where it goes. And maybe up my rested state. Let's see what we've got. Those blueberries will not have respawned, so let's go south and then swing around to try and cover this area. Claws. Yeah. Keep our eyes peeled for blueberries. Thistle will be easy to find. You see how the blueberries have slightly lighter colored leaves? They're also more compact bush. They don't have that spiky stick-outiness that these do. So you can actually see them from quite a distance once you've gotten used to how they look. Yeah, like there's sort of a light-colored bush, but it's spiky. That's not blueberries. Okay. Got some thistle down here with some friends. Oh, a bunch of friends. Oh, look at that. All right. Ooh, and some carrot seeds. We're not so far along with our carrot farming that some handy carrot seeds aren't worthwhile. Yeah, this is a nice little spot. Thistle and blueberry and carrot seeds. The carrot seeds will not regrow once we pluck these. They'll be gone, but a lot of other good stuff. Okay, goodbye. Take the money. Flint head arrows, sure, why not? Wood, no. This is a case of slot management now, and I want to save slots for the most crucial things. So, yeah, let me mark this spot. Pretty good. BB and thistle. I normally don't mark thistle either, but yeah, it was a good one. 2, 3, 5. Nice. Very nice. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we can find. Oh, hello. Wow, see how quiet they can be? Just barely heard his footsteps. Did he spot me? Is he aggressive? What was that? Did you just kill a bird? I have never seen that before. Well, I've now got a recording of it, so look at that. Get the feathers anyway. Okay, bear. Just you and me. And that guy. Ha ha! Yeah. In addition to the fact that I've upgraded my gear, of course, what's really making this all work is this Berserk bonus that I get for having the full set. Because it's giving me plus 10% slash, plus 10% chop in my damage. And my health and stamina regen are being boosted. So, yeah. Yeah, very deadly. Very deadly. Let's see. I don't need that. Don't need that. Don't really need that. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Look at this. Oh, yes. Blueberries. All right. How long does this continue? This is still dark forest, black forest going down here. we'll keep going down the coast until the Black Forest runs out. Some tin here. Not looking for tin just now. Look at that, day 200. That's cool. And based on this ruin over here, okay, now this is the meadows. Anything good? Flint. Hey, I'll take it. Okay, so let's lateral up this way and find the edges of this Black Forest bit. Ah, there's a little ruin with plenty of friends around it. Hello. How you all doing? Wow. Okay. Big Vizier? No. A lot of times they do. But it does have a chest. So, no thanks, no thanks. Take the money, take the money. Take the arrowheads. Ooh, that was a troll. Don't see it. Right. Up all this junk. Get rid of that. For heaven's sake. Just getting rid of instances. So these items in chests, they don't count as instances. Basically, the chest itself is the instance, and anything contains in the database, but it doesn't have to get rendered, so it's not an instance. These things often have useful stuff in them, like blueberries. Ugh, why can't I hit you? And these little stands can give you fine wood. Okay. Oh, deer hide. Nice, but, well. Oh, what do I need more? Greater fires or deer hide? Probably, yeah, probably deer hide. Okay. And then some pine wood. Yeah, pine wood's always good. Yeah, these towers can be very useful. Now, I'm just gonna leave that behind. It'll despawn. Where was that troll? Kind of just skirt the edge of this a little bit. Hold on a minute. That was meadows over there. Shouldn't this be meadows over here? Okay, we've got a runestone. We've got a great ore spawner that I don't intend to break. Also looking for burial chambers back here. We're not at all done with those, if only for the treasure they contain. Got some thistle over there. That looks like a troll cave, maybe? No, that's a burial chamber, speaking of. Yeah. Another little ruin. More thistle. I collect... No, I'm not. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to let the mushrooms go because I don't have a spot for them in my inventory. I thought this might have been a mound-style burial chamber, but nope. That's some copper. Obviously this, oops. Now, if you mistype a label on a map icon. It'd be nice if you could just, change it. Nah. You got to right-click to remove it, make a new one, and hopefully type it correctly the second time. Yeah. There's something I'd like to see them fix. Happens often enough to be kind of annoying. Yeah, this is actually going on and on, this Black Forest. That must have been just a small patch of meadows then over there. And Black Forest dominates over here. Well, that's good. We need those large areas to spawn things like, blueberries. What is that over there? It's a ruin. No. Not messing with you guys, although you've probably seen me. Isn't that nice? Some tin down here. Okay. Ooh. There's a burial chamber right across there. Hello. You came with friends. So imagine that actually I'm the monster, and they are the adventurers from their world who are coming to play the video game. I'm just wiping them out. What a horror I must be in their dreams. Carrots! Is that a troll? That's a troll. Is that a troll? That's a troll. It's a little hard to see over there. Okay. Yeah, this is all Black Forest. With that one little tiny patch of meadows lurking around right in there. Okay, cool. Blueberries. Still looking for blueberries. There's some more copper over here. I like the copper that's close to the coast because you can bring the boat in and load it up here. There's a little more copper up here. What am I hearing? Okay. Somebody's hitting something. Skeletons? Possibly. And more copper here. This one's kind of buried in pretty deep. I'm not sure I would mine this one out. A lot more work to get everything out of there. Okay, let's see what you have to say. Ah. Yes, we've seen this one before. This is the story of the Grey Dwarves. The skulkers in darkness. The soulless ones. They're born from rotten rainfall. They spring like mushrooms from the smoking soil. There's nothing on their tongues or behind their eyes. Those who fear nothing should still fear them. When the soul of a murderer or a great sinner rots under the ground, it makes a hollow cyst, which draws rock and wood and moss to it. It gathers up the peat into flesh, braids reeds into bone, takes rags for skin. It should not walk, but when the night comes, it walks. They walk in the daytime, too. I don't know what this about this when night comes thing is. Should you who read this see one with a sword to your hand, lance it and let it out. Or put it to the torch, for it fears the flame. Yes, it does. I always hit that wrong thing. Yes, it does fear the flame. Speaking of daytime Grey Dwarves. Hello. Murderer or sinner or whatever one you were. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, there's another little scrap of meadows over there. There's a pretty nice chunk of Black Forest over here. Spend a lot of time exploring this. Okay. Blueberries. We're really getting a good load of thistle on this trip. That's nice. That's not something we need on our current recipes, but we will need it soon. And we will need it in reasonable quantities. So it's good to get that stocked up in much the same way we're stocking up mushrooms since the start of the game, even though we weren't yet cooking with them. And now we have a large supply and we don't have to work so hard to get them. Oh, thought for a second that was another bear. Okay. It's a great ore spawner. We could easily handle them, but first of all, I'm kind of full of stuff, and most of that stuff is not dropped by gray dwarves. In fact, nothing that I'm carrying is dropped by gray dwarves, so I wouldn't be able to pick up their drops, and that's kind of pointless. But we can keep exploring down this coast. Lots of tin here. That's great. There's a tendency to see tin as something where you get a bunch of it and then you're done. Well, that will fool you. Ooh. I think he's got a 1-star. Yeah, see how much darker he is? And the stripes sort of stand out more on his back. Yeah. So the trick here is I need to get these gray dwarves over to me so they're not around to be trouble. Yeah. Might be nice if I maybe start him off with just a little bit of fire. No, no, don't do that. And he does have a star. Okay. All right. Now this one I can't be so casual. He's going to hit me hard. Yeah. Oh, God. Okay. I may have bitten off more than I could chew. Blueberries. Oh, boy. This is not good. Wow. Am I out of rested state? Oh, God, what an idiot. Of course I am. Okay. I should walk away from this fight. This is not good. Oh, boy. That was foolish. Yep. I might sort of mark where he was, though. Ooh, and there's more blueberries over there. Yeah. Oh, this is a great patch. Look at this. Listening for the bear. Yeah, okay. All right. So he was somewhere over here. With a star. Okay. All right. Let's kind of curve around and cut back inland. Clear off some of the more of the map fog over here. And find more blueberries. Oh, I knew I'd find them over this way. Across the river there. No, 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 no. All right. More carrot seeds. Yeah. So the reason it's good to collect these even after I've got them growing is that essentially they're free. You just pick them up and you've got carrots. Whereas the ones you grow yourself, you have to plant them in the ground and wait for a while and then harvest them. So it's really much better overall to gather them wild. Yes, you still have to grow the carrots, but at least you've got the seeds. Ooh, there we go. Yeah, another big patch. Look at this. One here. There's one back over here. Yeah. Okay. They sort of form this little line leading back up through there. That's cool. Oh, ooh, look at this one. Yeah. This is one of the larger types of structures that can appear in the Black Forest. Some of them, when they're intact, they're quite complex. They have a sort of a little porch section. It's really attractive. I like to build in these. There's probably a brood inside. Let's see. Yep. Oh, and I'm out of stamina. This is twice I've done this today. Gotta wake up. Got all cocky because I was killing things faster, man, but that's not, and now I'm out of food. Boy, oh boy. I need to learn how to play, don't I? Okay. Yeah, this is a nice building. I'm going to mark this with just a plain old building marker and not put anything on it. Might be a place I'd want to revisit. Could be a good starter for a base, especially once you build in stone. That's pretty cool. Ah, troll cave. Yep, and that right down there is copper. Okay. Troll caves, get the hammer symbol. Copper. I'll just get down here real quick. Mark it. Then leave. Bye-bye. Oops. I'll grab this. Any blueberries? Nope. No blueberries. Okay. But there's one over here. Yeah, just one. Okay, I will actually not mark that. Oh, and there's a bear. But this is a regular bear, and I am still not rested. What I could do, I suppose, is get some... no, I've got this one marked. Well, wow, there's two spawners very close to one another. What I could do, I suppose, is throw down a campfire and get a little bit of rested state. But to do that, I'd have to pick up both wood and stone, and I don't have space for either of those things. So instead, I will head back toward the portal. Oh, good place to chop some core wood. You may notice how the core wood, the pine trees tend to cluster in the interior of larger Black Forest spaces, whereas the outer edges tend to be all fir trees. Oh, there might be a chest in here. No. Oh. No. Hello. Yeah. Oh. Is that a burial chamber? No. It's just a little hill. But that is a burial chamber. I think we saw this one from the other side before. 3 skeletons, which means there's been nobody in here. Cool. Go into this one a little bit later. Could definitely use some more circling cores. This is copper. And that is a troll. Right over there, next to the troll cave. See, you often find them this way, and I've been a little bit surprised so far in this world to have found troll caves with no trolls standing outside of them. Well, anyway, not here for trolls. That's interesting. The music changed. Why? Runestone? I didn't think they had musical cues. What do you say? This is the story of the Grey Dwarves. Okay. Well. Right. All right. And it's all meadows over here. So yeah, this is a really big chunk of Black Forest, and it continues in the fact that the elders right here tells me that that's probably all Black Forest continuing down that way too. In fact, that's where we're going to go to fight the elder when we're ready for that, which honestly is not far off. We've got our armor for that battle. We've got our bow. Our bow skill is probably decent. 28, 30 or 35 would be better, but I'll take 28. And we've got blueberries to feed me. Yes. Okay. Black Forest at night. What could possibly go wrong? Oh, bear. You hear just that little snuffling sound. Oh. Yeah. Yep. What's that? That is a dolmen. Okay, yep. This is some blueberries that we've already harvested. Okay, nurse wants to sleep. We will claim the bed, and we will sleep. It's always a nice thing you can do for your compatriots on a multiplayer server. When somebody wants to sleep, if you're reasonably close to a bed, go ahead and do it. Of course, if you're away, or if, for example, on a boat, it's impossible, and you just tell them so. And everybody should understand. Okay. Yeah, let's take all this stuff home. Now, we just claimed a bed over here, which is fine. But you really have to start paying attention to managing your spawn point. So as soon as I get back here, I'm going to change it back. Just to make sure I know where I will return. In fact, I might want to change it back to the other bed when I get across there if I'm going to go fight one of those bears in case I get killed. Look at this. Look at this. 37 blueberries. Wow. That's outstanding. Look at all the thistle. Amazing. Meat. Okay, let's go get this here. Yeah, now, of course, yeah, all the bear items. Oh, the paws. Do the paws require a higher level workbench too? Oh, no, the paws. Paws of the bear. They do shoot. Would have liked to upgrade those. Okay, treasures. Treasures. Flint. Pine wood. Feathers. Hide. And carrot seeds. Look at that. Oh, and our carrot crop is done again. Excellent. That sounded like a bear too. Let's get up there and have a look. Now, some other things do sound like bears. Amusingly enough, one of those is boars. I haven't seen a bear over that spot in a while. Something I've done here may be suppressing it. Well, wait. No, it's there. See it behind the rock? Yeah. Yeah, okay. Okay, buddy. Yeah. Well, I'm not interested in messing with these guys right now. Instead, I'm going to manage my stuff over here. I'm actually not going to smelt any more of that tin at the moment. Because we have enough tin to be going on with, and the ore is still there. Instead, I'm going to wait until some copper shows up again. And oh yeah, I'm going to take care of these idiots out here. Claws, thank you. Stop chewing on my walls. You. Okay. All right, let's pick up the crop. Because we need to do some cooking, get our food supplies boosted up. Of course, the only thing that's really wrong with these carrots is that the carrots that were being grown in Viking time in the 600s to 800s CE were not orange. They were usually purple or white or similar colors like that. But, you know, if they did that, and we modern folks with our modern sense of what carrots should look like would not recognize them. Oops, missed one. Okay. Great. We got 100 carrots out of that. That's good. As we planted 100, we got 100. Occasionally you'll have some losses, so it's always good to get a full return on your planting. Oh wait, there's 3 more. We got 103. Okay, well that's cool. All right, so 100 more carrots, and the same calculation applies as last time. We want to make, I believe it was 20 of each, so we'll get 20 of those. Ooh, we don't have anywhere near enough necktails. Okay. We don't have enough of that either. We do have enough deer meat. Oh, stop trying to do that. So, yeah. Mushrooms. Plenty of mushrooms. Okay. Well, we'll make what we can make. So, mincemeat sauce, we can really only make 8 of those. We'll do 5 and then 3 more. Okay, deer stew. We have enough for that, so let's do 20. put we'll definitely put boar and next on our list of things to hunt. Boar, neck, okay. And then carrot soup. We should easily have enough to do 20 of these. Okay, we got a few extras in there. So that's looking a lot healthier. Okay, we're going to need to do something with this extra meat here. I'll pick these up, the smaller quantities, and start finding a way to get rid of that or put it somewhere in cold storage. In fact, tell you what, this box isn't being used for anything right now. I'll just shove this in here. Oh, there's a troll. Yep. Oh, we didn't need that trouble. I'll put these back. Nope, here. Okay, here we go. Gotta go fight the troll. Where is he? Oof. Okay, that. Let's not have a raid in the middle of this troll fight. Is that him there? Yes. Always somebody. Okay. Wait, where is he? Yeah. Have you got a log? No. You spawned in just the same spot, didn't you? All right. Try to get a full draw on the bow. I can't really aim for his head. I just going to hit his body right there. Boom. Nailed him. How'd we do? Not bad. Got about a quarter of his hit points in one shot. That's the advantage of those surprise attacks. The unaware attack would be a better word for it. When you hit them when they're not actively aware with the exclamation point, and they're... Yeah, nice hit. Okay. With the exclamation point above their health bar. You can hit them at that time. You do extra damage. Nice hit. Okay. Look, there's a boar. We need those. Yeah. Nice hit. Oh, yeah. Those head hits are really doing well. Okay. And down you go. Oh, I'm glad you waited till he was dead. And more money. Yeah, everybody heard the fight and wanted to see what was going on, huh? Okay. So we need mushrooms. We need boar. Where'd the boar go? Where did the boar go? There's a deer back there. We're not really looking for deer. Well, actually, I guess we are. Let's see if we can shoot this guy. There's 2 deer. Nice. And that boar. That you over there? Yes, it is. Frankly, also hearing some necks around somewhere. Let's go get them. There's one. Necktail, good. There's another. They're the ones that make that sort of throat rattling sound. Like that. There you go. There's a couple more over there. Okay. We've got some water down here, and there's often necks down there. Let's take a look. There we go. Oh, hello. Okay. Eat, eat, eat. I can't pick up your stuff, but I guess we're having a fight. Keep on him. Keep on him. Come on, keep on him. Oh, he bit me there. That was bad. Okay. Nice. Okay, yeah, as I said, I can't pick up his stuff. Up there. All right, let me run inside and offload and come back for the bear bits. It's really starting to live up to the name of the house there. Bear's house. I once again apologize to those of my viewers who might speak Swedish, with the full knowledge that I am mangling the crap out of your language. I'd actually have a use for these shortly. I'm going to make a new tool, weapon. We'll have to see what you think it is. Did he have a trophy? No. A minute there I thought he dropped a trophy. That would have been amazing. Got a great Orph eye over there. Okay. Yeah. Could maybe start to donate this. Well, you know what I want to do is I want to come here and figure out how much of the hide and claws and stuff we need to get the final upgrade, and then whatever's over that, we don't need it and we can donate it. I'm not going to count on getting another trophy and making the rug. It's cute, but it's actually kind of big. So let's whoops. Okay, so we have 11 and 9. Let's grab that for a second. And upgrade. So hide. We need 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6. We need 24 hide. I didn't see any paws there, so all the paws we've got can go to others. And we need 3 blueberry, 6 leather scraps, not a matter, and 3. Okay, so we need 6 blueberries. No longer a problem since we found good resources there. Okay, so we have about half of the bear hide we're eventually going to need. But the paws we're done with. We can give those away. Okay. Oh, wait. Nope. That's what I want. Yep. Okay. Okay. We were a little short on the minced meat sauce, and now we have more of these items. We can make some more of that. Maybe at least... Well, we can only make 5. We'll make what we can make. Okay. Try to keep our supplies in all the different foods relatively even. Yeah. But we gotta definitely go hunting some more necks and boars. Sounds funny to say it that way. Okay. How are we doing here? Nope, we're not gonna do more smelting. You know what we might do though is work on refilling. Yeah, okay. Yep. Let that go. Always good to have that running when you're not home. Oh. Yes. Got to keep up our supply of carrots. And let's see. Yeah, let's get all these planted for seeds, since we've used as much as we could for the food. And let's then also plant more carrots. And that's going to drain out our seeds. So definitely the next carrot crop, we have to turn around and plant a lot of them for seeds. Okay. 7. Start with the seeds. Snuggle over here to the wall. Switch to just walking speed and go. One more. Okay, now I switch to the carrots. A little hard to do this at night, but... Okay. I feel cold. Yeah, okay, I think I can fit this in. Oh, that's it. Okay. Great. Get that fixed up. There we go. Just, sure you have a little mental reminder. Most of this crop should be planted for seeds. I would say at least 50 of them. Okay. Ooh. What is next? Our blueberry supply is still going. We have a bunch of blueberry locations over this way. And some copper over there too. We're going to have to go back for that. And there's probably a lot more copper. Just like in this area here. I can't believe that's just a big blank area. So, yeah, get some copper, sail it back over here. We can pick it up in the boat, sail it up the river and around, and land at our landing. Should mark that. Yeah. When you're out on the water, that will be the first thing you see, and it'd be nice to have that marked. I'd also want to think about if there's some way I could clean up the rocks out here, especially that one that's right there. It's under the water at the moment, but it's just in an irritating spot to block the harbor. Not easy to do. Maybe take a raft out there and see if I can break the top off of it. Anyway, I'm going to mark this spot. We could also maybe build a little actual dock here, a wooden dock. It can help to push you out into the water when you put the boat in, so you don't have the boat smashing down on the land when you build it. But I will mark this spot. Well, actually, the burial chamber is kind of there. You know what I can do? We can remove the burial chamber and mark the boat dock in its stead. And the fact that it's a burial chamber doesn't really matter anymore because because it doesn't. Yeah. Let me just take a look here. Yeah, we got a stone there. That one's not really a problem. This is the major problem. See, if I float out to it, I can sort of walk on it. And I could pick out my pickaxe and break it here. But I'd really rather wait until I have a raft or something I could stand on. Yeah, okay. And then those other stones there and so forth, they're not such a problem because I have a good passage inward to lead out there. Yeah. Okay. Great. Let's go hunting. For that, we do not need to go through any portals because we've got plenty of glorious meadows land between, or well, just to our south. So we are on a hunt. There's a one-star bear over there too. Yeah. And one down there. Yep. I'm going to remove the copper nodes. We've got tin along here. Honestly, I don't need to mark that anymore. We've got plenty of places where tin is just easily found. Just like to keep my map comparatively clear. Yeah, I'm going to remove that blueberry marker. I'll leave this one. It's the closest one to us, but the old cabin, I'm going to remove that. Somebody else can take that. Here. I will that back and say castle, because it's kind of castle-y. And I don't know what that means. All right. Hello. Oh, it's a rock. Thought it was a boar or something. Okay, let's go hunting. at night. In the meadows, what could happen? We're looking for deer, boar, and necks. Well, here we go. Hello. Hey, nurse. Welcome to the stream. You turned over my crops? I didn't think anybody had touched them. Well, if that's what you did, thank you. But, wait, that sounded like a boar. It did. Yep, it is. Oh, at community. Okay. I have to admit, I am not been spending a lot of time at community, but thank you for contributing to that. It's something I'm going to be able to pay a lot more attention to in the future. So, yeah. Why did I pick up a raspberry? I'm not here for raspberries. Yeah. In this stage of my stream, I'm mostly focusing on gameplay things, and then I'm going to switch over and do some more community-related stuff, probably in the next couple of days, as we head into the main Val-Con events. At least that's the plan. You know what I'll do, I think? Tonight, I have another stream starting at, I believe it's 100 UTC day +1, although it's the same day for me. And I will maybe use that stream to go and visit our community here and explore those places. And be on chat with the other players. It'll be a different take on what's going on here. Not seeing a lot of creatures. Oh, there's a deer. Or, I mean, I heard a deer. There's a bird over there. Deer. Okay. Ah! That's what I get for being distracted. X. I heard another one. There. Oh. There we go. Come out, wherever you are. I want your meats. Deer. Neck. Ah. Very hard to see in this water. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, you didn't drop anything. Now, where'd that deer go? He ran off. Of course. There's a boar, though. Ah. Oh gosh, didn't even see it. No, I need that too. Come on. Yeah, the star, that's nice. Those little green necks, they blend right into the grass. Very hard to see. Ah. Oh, but there's a boar. Ah! So close. Could have had you, but I missed that last jump. Oh well. I don't feel rested anymore. Yeah. There's two of them over there, right? Mm-hmm. I think I threw those down. What's holding them in place? There's a bench here. Ooh. That's what's holding them in place. Get rid of that. Hello, Skelly. Here, you fight the troll. How about that? I am not interested. Deer down there. Okay. See if I can avoid scaring this one off. Ah! Saw this one and missed that one entirely. And I missed this one entirely too. Ay, 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 ay. You know what? I'm going to creep behind this rock. See if that one comes back. Mm-hmm. I bet it will. Just need to be patient. Okay, maybe it won't. No, wait. There it is. Now just calm down. Relax. Start to eat. And there you go. Run out of stamina before I can spot this deer. Oh, wait. There's another one. Where? Oh, there. I see you. Ha! Get out of the sneak. Press the right button, you fool. Okay. Oh, you had a star. Look at all this. Oh. Heard something. Okay. Now I don't need to use an arrow to hunt graylings, but it's a great way to work on your bow skill. Let's see how I'm doing. Yeah, got it closer to that 30 that I like to have for working on the for the battle with the elder. Yeah. Ha! Got him. Yep. Sometimes that works if you can get them when they're on the run and still headed in a straight line. You can predict the place where they'll be. Doesn't always work. But you know, sometimes. Why is there a piece of resin in my front yard? Probably because I killed a grayling. Ooh. Don't stand on top of the hill. Basic military thing. You get silhouetted and people can shoot you. Yeah. Should be a deer over here. Oh, 1 star. Nice. Okay. And we got the meats. Plenty of deer. A little bit of boar. We definitely need more of that. And yeah, I'm going to swap this around a little bit. Since the way we're cooking right now, no, really uses the boar and the neck. I'm going to put them in the same box. And put the bear up there. Fewer boxes to open. Replenish some arrows. Nope. Yep. Okay. All good. Grow, grow. Ah, good to settle down in my home before a warm fire, belly full of food, satisfying hunt completed. This is a good life. Thanks for joining my stream today, folks. It was a pretty good time. Good bear fights and a couple of other great things, so I really enjoyed it. And I will be next on the stream tonight at about 100 UTC tomorrow, although it's the same day for me. And just 2 more days until Val-Con starts on April 17th. Go to val-con.org and check it out, please. It's going to be a great time. Thanks.
This Val-Con video is powered by GTX server hosting, the best way to run your Valheim server.
Now